And we back. Today we're about to do some experimenting. A couple days ago, I dropped a video of me doing a Derrick Rose career resimulation. Go check that out if you haven't already. And in that video, at one point in Derrick Rose's career, he was like a 92 overall, but also the best player in the league overall wise. I'm like, what happened to the NBA? How do we get to the point where 92 is the highest overall? So then I got this light bulb moment. I want to see how bad we can actually make the NBA. Because 92 is still pretty good. I wonder if we can get to the point where like a 75 overall is the best player in the NBA. And if that's the case, then I guess the NBA is not the best league in the world anymore. But anyway, I think it'll be fun to try to figure out how we can make things a lot worse. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new. We're on the road to 1 million subscribers. We are this close. And we can't hit that if you don't subscribe. And all my OGs out there that's already subscribed, leave it a like when the video helps it hit a broader community so we can get more people in, you know? And I know you're thinking about it. Ignore all of this for the next couple days. This is the way we rock it. So there are a few ways that you can make this process happen really fast. You turn down a player progression. If you don't know what player progression is players getting better. Oh, you understand that. And you turn up player regression. So yes, people will be getting worse a lot faster. But then you have to take into consideration the incoming draft classes. Bro, we've seen draft classes where people are 85 overall off rip. Not today, because I turned down draft class quality. So hopefully we get draft classes where like a 70 overall is the best possible player. So this is a fantasy draft video. I'm not actually doing any rebuilding, but I guess we're running with the Jazz today. I'm just curious how long it would take for us to be just like a really bad league. Feels weird, man. I feel like I ain't recorded a video in such a long time. If you didn't know, we had a trip to Atlanta All-Star Weekend. Ooh, this team got Zion. This don't matter, though, because 20-year-old Zion is about to get a lot worse. RJ Barrett is about to get a lot worse. All of these players are going to have to be really bad. But I was going for All-Star Weekend. I competed in that $100,000 knockout tournament with House of Highlights, and I came in 5th place, so... It wasn't an amazing ending, but it was fun meeting up all the people. Just the experience itself was dope. And I got to interview Shaq, Charles Barkley, and Kenny the Jet Smith. I was mind blown, bro. So it was a real fun experience. It would have been a lot better if I did come out of here $100,000 richer, but I didn't. The experiences are worth more. Maybe. Depending on who you ask. Jokic ended up in Denver again and put up MVP type numbers. 50, 40, 90 club for the center is ridiculous. And he did it. LaMelo's in Indiana. John Wall is in Dallas coming off the bench behind somebody. Giannis gets Defensive Player of the Year in Sacramento. Did the Kings make the playoffs? Did the drought end? No. Even with Giannis, the drought doesn't end. Oh, I feel so bad for Kings fans. All right, whatever. They weren't even that close, and Giannis was like All-NBA first team. So nobody really cares about this first season because this is just normal fantasy draft rosters, kind of lame. It's when we get to next season where people start to regress when we really talk about it. Now, Steph Curry wins Finals MVP in a 7-game series versus Anthony Davis, Kyle Lowry, Bogey. This is a solid team. Jared Allen right there too. And then, ooh, in a Game 7. The short king slow grind himself. Isaac King in the 4th quarter. Isaiah Thomas put up 22. Sign him to an NBA roster, y'all. You see what he can do in a Game 7. Carmelo or is that Cole? Oh, it's Cole. I wish it was Carmelo. Steph Curry did a lot with this team. This team is young. Christian Wood. This team is really young, and they just won a championship because Steph Curry and Isaiah Thomas. All right, let's get into it. So right now, at the end of the season, the best player in the league overall is... it's Kawhi, LeBron, and Giannis at a 96. Remember that. That's at a 96. So we're going to simulate this offseason after we take a look at the NBA draft because, well, like I said, draft class quality is low. So the first overall pick, it went to the Kings. They got a 6'10 shooting guard. What's your overall, though? 81? What the heck did I just turn that draft class quality down? If we were still going to get 81 overall rookies. Low-key, this guy's going to come into the league and instantly be a superstar. But he won't get better. There it is. So a 70, a 74, a 71. Okay, all right. So other than this guy being a god, how is he a 6'10 shooting guard? Hall of Fame. 6'10 shooting guard from West Virginia. He can shoot. He's above average defender. Bad rebounder, but he should be good because he's a 6'10 shooting guard / point guard. Athleticism's good. Okay, but all of that being said, he still won't get much better than an 81 because of the player progression is at 0. But the rest of the draft class is buns, and that's exactly what we wanted. The worst player drafted in this league, or in this draft class, was a 62. Dwight Walker. Welcome to the league, but I don't know if you're going to be here very long. My apologies. We got a 61, Ricky Shelton, who is bad. Yeah. But he's got good potential. I do know. And he's representing Illinois State, so it don't really help us out in Illinois. So, okay, here's the moment of truth. We're going to go to player progression and see how much everybody is dropping. So Zion just defying the odds. This is interesting, though. The younger players are still getting better regardless of what my settings say. That is very, very interesting. I definitely thought that no matter what, they were going to drop. But as you can see, okay, so this is the rookie that came in, but DeAndre Hunter, who's 23, he is still getting better. The younger players are still getting... I definitely thought more people would be... Okay, so this is like falling off a cliff. A 6 overall decrease at 31 is falling off a cliff. But a lot... Like, Chris Middleton did get worse at 30? Montrezl Harrell did get worse. Like, oh, I'm actually... Okay, so this is a lot. Freddie drops by 5. Okay. Joe Ingles drops by 5. But you know what I think this has to do with? You know when you create a NBA player... You know what? Actually, I can show you exactly what I'm trying to explain. So if we go into Zion here, we go into right here, his peak and his peak end. I think players will not regress until they get to this age of their peak end. In that case, for Zion, he's not going to start to regress for another decade. So it seems like I'm going to be simming for a long time because I didn't think this challenge through or this experiment through. All right, whatever. But after all of that, the best player in the league is still Giannis. And I guess in this point, Kevin Durant too at a 96. LeBron dropped. Who else? Kawhi dropped. So a lot of people are dropping. It's just not the significant drop that I anticipated. Back-to-back centers win MVP. This rookie came in and he played all right. I definitely expected more numbers than that, but it is what it is. All right, so these are all the numbers, all the winners for this year. But again, nobody really cares about this. Oh, and the Kings make the playoffs, y'all. Giannis is still there, and now you got that young rookie. Can they make some? Nope, they got eliminated. But you know what? Step in the right direction for even making it. And then Joel Embiid wins MVP and Finals MVP when you got Zeke behind him. All right, you love to see it. Nobody cares about this, though. It's all about player progression or player regression after the draft. I got to see if this draft class is going to be buns. The way I'm also thinking about it is that, like, if we continue, okay, this is not a terrible draft class, but if we get those really, really bad draft classes, eventually the players like Zion and all those guys will age out of the league, and then that's when we'll get, like, the really bad league. That's just me thinking aloud. This might be a longer video than I expect. I thought I was going to be 4 years into this career sim and be like, everybody's an 80 or below. But look at how is Click Capella getting better? How? Nobody's getting, what did my settings do? Like, sure, Fred VanVleet is the only player in this game getting significantly worse. He went from like an 86 to a 75 in 2 seasons. Why aren't we getting that type of regression for everybody? I want everybody to be bad. Oh, there's James Harden taking a big step. Russell Westbrook taking a big step back. John Wall taking a big step back. So the players that we know and love, the vets of the league, are getting worse. But like the younger players are still being dope. Chris Paul is now a really, really big role player, but he's also 37. But then you got like, oh, LaMelo has started to regress at 21. That's interesting now. That gives me sign of life. Because again, my goal of this video is for everybody to be bums. I don't want anybody to be good. Everybody has to suck at the end of this video. So this is actually promising that 21-year-old LaMelo Ball is regressing. But like, how is he regressing but Mo Bamba's getting better? I don't understand it. I don't understand the logic behind this video. Jason Tatum is still goated out here. And it looks like Luka's probably the best player in the league at a 95. Joel again with an MVP award. Jimmy Wheeler. He's a 75. See, look. This is good. This is good for us. A 74 overall rookie wins it. And I mean, his numbers are cool. We don't really care about counting stats around here, baby. We just here to see players' progression go down. So none of this matters. Who's going to win the championship? The Charlotte Hornets with D'Angelo Russell as their guy. Okay, D-Lo, Aaron Gordon, Kelly Oubre. Oh, KD's still on the roster. All right. He's probably old. He definitely started to regress. Draft time, baby. Give me some weak players. 72 overall is the best player. Who are you? Herbert? Come on. Herbert came into the league from Illinois, 7'3" center, 281. He can shoot. He's messing up my challenge. He's messing up my video. Let's go to player progression, though. Player progression, see how things are going. I know that upper echelon of players, LeBron, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, those type of dudes are already down, but I need those middle of the pack players to also regress. And now we seeing a little something. Zion, big time drop. Kira Lewis Jr. is still getting better. Same thing with Tyrell Terry. But we need the upper echelon of these guys. Like this at 23 is beautiful. Giannis dropped 6. We still got some of the younger players getting better. But the top guys are dropping. That's all I really care about. The Nets took a big time hit this year. Sheesh, their best player is an 80. Jokic is still pretty good even after the drop. So if this is the way it's about to go, then we're happy. We're a couple years away. Because as of right now, the best player in the league is probably like a 90. It went from a 96 to a 90 in just like 3 years' time, which tells me in 3 more years, it should be to like an 80. I don't know how mathematics work, but you get what I'm saying. Just a couple more years of simulation is basically what we need until we get like to the 80s. And then a couple years after that to the 70s. And maybe that's not the way it's gonna work, but that's the way it should work in my mind. Kevin Durant and Steph Curry are the best players in the league at a 90. Same thing with Luka, who also is starting to regress. But I'm happy with this. I am very, very happy with the way this is going right now. 3 years in, we went from a 96 as the highest player to just a 90. Giannis wins MVP with not amazing stats. Interesting. Okay, this rookie came in and dominated. I mean, he's an 84, which automatically puts him in like the top what percent? 5%. He was an all-star as a rookie. Yeah, he was all NBA first team as a rookie. The man's coming in like Tim Duncan. You get what I'm saying? But I was very curious about when these overalls start dropping, how it would impact like players' points per game and stuff. As we see, Giannis is a 90. He's only averaging 20 and 9 and 4, which is good. But that's typically not what you see from the MVP player. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, just the experiment is working wonders. I still can't believe this guy came into the league and immediately became one of the best players in the entire league. Championship goes to the Spurs, where Luka Doncic is the guy, I guess. Okay, all right. Back to the draft. Do not give me no Herbert Ellis's. We need nothing but scrubs. No great players. Okay, it's always a center, isn't it? Damian Outlaw, he comes in pretty good though. This guy comes in pretty good. He can do a little. Oh, the playmaking is solid too at 7 foot. Y'all know I love me a good playmaker out the center position. But overall, still not an amazing draft class. Player progression. Come on, I need to see. Zion was an 87 going into this year. I need him to be a 84 at the most. An 84 at the most, and then I know that things are going exactly where we want it to go. He's an 82. He's an 82. RJ is still up there in 83. Kevin Durant takes a big dive. Oh, look at the top overalls. 81, 79, 80. Okay, who is Chuck Richardson and why is he the greatest? He's the best player in the league. He was the first overall pick a few years ago. Dude is balling. I can't account for these incoming rookies being great. But like the players that we know, all of them are pretty much done. They're done. I mean, okay, I guess Darius Bazley is the only one that is standing a test of time. But I bet his averages aren't good because it's 2K. Oh, those are good averages. Okay, whatever. Ja Morant. Okay, we got to see who's the best player in the league after these player progressions. It was 90 last year. 85, 86 is my guess. Come on. I'll see at 89. So the incoming rookies have taken over the league. Saint Devin Vassell. Do y'all remember the video from like a couple weeks ago where Devin Vassell was the greatest defensive player of all time? Well, right now he is a top 6 player in the entire league, averaging 9 points per game. That's my guess. 12. Ooh. Still not good enough to be top 10 player in the entire league. Come on, dog. Okay, so some of the younger players have not hit that regression, but like also some other younger players like Luka, who is the best of the younger players, have regressed. But like those middle tier young players like a DeAndre Hunter is still regressing. I don't understand the logic behind the 2K, but I'm cool with this video. I'm cool. I'm having fun here. I don't know, will we ever see this dude get worse? Will we ever see him be worse? He's only 21 and he's the best player in the entire league. He's playing in the right city to be the greatest. I'm just saying. Something about that jersey. That is nothing but cap. We've only had, you know what I'm saying. That's nothing but cap. But all right, I need to see Chuck Richardson get worse somehow. If he starts to get worse, I'm cool. What team? He plays for the Bulls. The Bulls better win a championship with him as the top guy. But his statistics aren't really that amazing. He was only into year number 2. He's averaging 18, 7.5, and 5. He's a 6'6" point guard. Ooh, this is what we need in Chicago, real life. This is what we need in real life. Look at this. He's an amazing defender. Sheesh. His potential is all time. So I think he's gonna be the reason this video takes way longer than it should. 18 and 18 and 5. Yep, it's that time, y'all. Our era. Oh, there's the defensive. I told you, he becomes a defensive monster. No, he stops everybody. He can't score, but he stops everybody. That Chicago Bulls guy's right here. He is an 88. I think he was an 89 going into this season, so he's maybe regressed a little bit. The era of the guys we know and love is over. It's all about these young bucks now. Now, I didn't really account for the young bucks being good. Y'all saw I put the draft class quality to 0, so I didn't expect them to be that good. Cedric Manning, I don't know who you are, but finals MVP, elite group, elite group. So let's get to this year's draft class. Please just, the reason this video is going longer is because we continue, yes. Okay, well, this guy's good. But we continue to see good draft classes or good players in the draft class. This is what we need every season. 70s. Give me low 70s, except for this guy. How did he fall to number 5? Maybe his potential's low or something. I don't know. But low 70s is what we need for every draft class. If we can get 4 to 5 years of low 70s, it's a wrap. Zion, role player. Man. Okay, we'll go to the Bulls. The guy, he is still, okay, so he hasn't moved. But if you take a look at like his individual stats, his rebounding has dropped a little bit. His IQ dropped. The man got dumber. He got dumber, according to 2K. So that's a good sign. We still got a few players getting better. But I think the guy up top at a 89 overall, the Chicago Bulls player, he also got this guy to compete with. But the rest of the league, not there. Okay, this guy's prime Shaquille O'Neal. Maybe a little bit worse, but rookie of the year. No. Okay. First of all, this man was drafted in 2020. It is 2026. He been sitting in the G League for 6 years. 6? Oh no, that's this. But he came into it. He's only a 72, but he averaged 20 and 9. What the heck is happening in this simulation? As you can see, everybody's rebounding numbers are super high. Because I would guess that people are just missing shots, right? Because they suck now. The league sucks now. That would be my guess. But again, I don't really know. Polka. We always see him end up really good in these longer sims. I don't know why. His overall was just an 81 there. So his overall is not even high. I mean, I guess relative to the rest of the league is high. But he always ends up an All-NBA player. The Knicks win a championship with Tyrese Maxey as their best player. I need another one of those weak draft classes. Come on. No 80. No 80 plus. No 80 plus. Who are you? Why do they always need one ringer of a player in these draft classes? Brett Wright, huh? All right, I'm only going a couple more seasons. I think we've got the NBA to the point where it sucks. The dude was a 72 overall, and he averaged 20 just because nobody else can. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at that. Who are you? Jackson? Who are you? How are you getting better, Chuck? Come on, Chuck. You're messing up my experiment. So he is the outlier. Him and that Herbert Ellis guy are outliers. Other than that, the rest of the league is bad. Like, the rest of the league is not good at all. You know what I'm saying? This would be the worst version of the NBA. I don't know. I'm not an NBA historian, so I couldn't tell you what the worst era as far as talent goes in NBA history is. But I bet you this is competing with it. I bet you it is competing with it. I just went through all the settings to make sure I wasn't missing the setting that could help us out. This is going to be our last year, and hopefully Chuck Richardson, who's been messing up my entire video, him and Herbert Ellis, start to regress, and then we could call it a wrap. This was a lot of fun. But even with the random chance and the draft class quality being 0, they are still very good NBA players that come into the league. And you can't do anything about that. No matter what settings you have on, they still will be some great players that come to the league. Shaq is at it again with another MVP award. I knew that this dude was going to cause me problems. As you can see, he came in and averaged 21 and 12. But that's pretty much it. Best defensive player of all time. And yeah. Okay. Where is that? Herbert is now a 92. So he's still getting better. And Chuck is still getting better. Just messing up everything we had in mind when we got to this video, because those dudes are just the greatest of all time. Neither of them are winning games, though. Neither of them have won a championship. They are by far the best players in this entire league, but neither of them got one ring under their belt. None of them. You know what I'm saying? So does it matter? What's the point of being so good if you can't win? And then they got another guy, another center. It's always a center. I have not seen, other than Chuck, a guard do something like this. Okay, I'm being made fun of right now. This is a joke. This is a joke. How is RJ? RJ had got better, started to regress, and now he's getting better again? Does that even make sense? Why is everybody in my league getting good again? I'm done. This video's, oh, literally everybody's good again. What happened? Where's the regression? Bro, what? I cannot believe I sat here for an hour and a half, simulated to get everybody bad for them just to get good. All right, I'm done. Look at that. If you enjoyed the video, as always, be sure to leave it a like. If you got to this point and you're brand new around the channel, be sure to subscribe, man. We're dropping bangers like this a couple times a week. If you want daily type content, hit the link in the description, because my secondary channel, I drop daily video. Oh, I'm trying to. I'm trying to drop daily videos over there that are unrelated to basketball or 2K. But if you just want to see random fun videos, hit that description. This is always the most fun thing about my job. What is this? Also, if you're into just basketball, we do like post-game recaps. All-Star Weekend was yesterday. So I'm sure we made a video about that. Links in the description. Subscribe. I'm out. Peace.